Okay, so hello guys. So I'm going to record for you guys the lesson in case you don't want to go into the Zoom and so that you guys can do your assignment today. So today's objective is to describe what traits are and how they relate to heredity. So you'll be able to tell me if a trait is inherited or learned on your assignment today. Of course, you're not going to be going out the door because you're not in class. Um, and of course, ignore the date because that's from last year. Okay, so here are your notes. So you should have either a piece of paper or a science notebook that your parents maybe got you, or if you have an extra one around, you're going to be writing notes this semester. I feel like writing notes is going to help you remember some of these concepts. And in order for me to know that you wrote your notes, I want you to take a picture of those and attach them to your assignment. So uh, your notes for today, you're going to turn to your next two blank pages in your notebook. You're going to write your notes on the right side, and your title is going to be traits. So heredity is the passing on of physical and mental characteristics from parent to offspring. So what heredity means is the traits that you get from your parent. Those traits that you get from your parents, so like if your parents have brown eyes, more than likely you'll have brown eyes. If your parents have dark hair, you guys will have dark hair. So heredity is that passing down of those traits from your parent to you. And of course, this applies to plants also. So plants have parents and they have offspring. So if it's a purple plant, when it has offspring and those seeds sprout, it's going to be a purple plant also. Traits are characteristics of an organism. So anything that when you're describing an organism, that's its traits. So I have brown hair, brown eyes, I'm short. Um, those things are traits. And then if you describe a plant, purple flowers, dark green leaves, vines, whatever, those are also characteristics of the plant. So those are called traits. So traits can be either inherited or acquired. So those are two different things that you need to know the difference between. Okay, so inherited traits are those things that you inherit certain traits from your parents. An inherited trait is a characteristic that's passed on from parents to offspring. So those are those things like your eye color, your hair color, your skin color, your height, long fingers, large nose, small lips, whatever. Those things that are part of you because they came from your parent. So examples, eye color, hair color, flowers, color, or shape, and the number of arms and legs. So of course we have 2 arms, 2 legs, so do our parents. So the traits of an animal or plant often help it survive in the environment. So like a frog's skin color is inherited, so its skin color is that brown color because it helps it blend in. So if it helps it blend in, it's more likely to survive. And if it survives, then it's more likely to create offspring. And that offspring will have that same color skin. So it'll help that survive. Okay, the other type of trait is acquired. An acquired trait is a trait that that an animal, plant, or person develops through interactions with the environment. So these are caused by outside forces. These are not things that you get from your parent, but they are still traits, and because they describe you. So these are things like pierced ears. You weren't born with them, but is still something that can describe you. So it's a trait. Scars. Scars, again, you weren't born with, but if you have them, it's something that you can describe yourself with. So it's a trait, but it's an acquired trait because you did not inherit that from your parent. So just some practice. An oak tree has leaves that look like similar to other oak trees. This would be inherited because it came from the parent. A person has green eyes, also inherited because it more than likely one of the parents also had green eyes. A mouse with a cut tail, this would be acquired because it probably wasn't born with that cut tail. It was something due. Maybe it got slammed in a door. Maybe it got broken somehow. Okay, so it's acquired because it was not born that way. A brown calf has brown parents. Again, that's inherited. If the parents are brown, that means the calf is going to be brown. The fish has gills to breathe underwater. That would be inherited. The fish has gills because the parents had gills. The tree bends due to the harsh wind blowing. That's going to be acquired because the tree was not made that way. It is bent because of the wind and an outside factor. Scars again are going to be acquired because it's not born with scars. All right. So your assignment today is one, make sure you got those notes down. That would be the notes that are in your digital notebook. Okay. The notes that are here in your digital notebooks, I need you to write those 3 slides down in your own notebook so you have those written down. Take a picture of your notes and put that into this, attach that to today's assignment. Make sure you also complete this slide in your notebook and your exit ticket. Your other assignment today is to do the pretest, and I'll go over the pretest in your video tomorrow. And then also your other assignment is to work on today's worksheet, which is just identifying which traits are inherited and which traits are acquired. So on this, it has the definition of inherited traits and acquired traits. All you got to do in the 20 questions below is put an A if it is acquired or an I if it's inherited. So you just put in the blanks an I for inherited or an A for acquired. And then you can press the turn in button on your Google Classroom and you'll be done for science for the day. So hopefully, if you have any questions, just let me know. You can private message me on your assignment. And hopefully you had a good science. Hopefully that's all interesting for y'all.